In this video, we are going to discuss about online course creation process. This process consists of four components: content creation, skills required by course creator, software required by course creator, and course hosting options, the platforms where you host your online courses. And we will only discuss first three because the last component requires a separate video. It is a detailed topic. I have used various platforms and I will show you what is my experience and what is my opinion about those platforms in the next video. And we are starting right after this short break. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tahir, and if this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to get notified. Now, online course creation process will remain roughly the same. Type of contents may vary depending on the online class format you are going to use. And I have made a separate video discussing that topic. How do online classes work? I will put a link at the end of this video and you can watch. But let us assume that you have selected a particular online class format and you are going to create contents now. So what type of contents you will be creating? So the most popular type of content is the video contents. Then you might have to create some PDF files, some Word document, some quizzes, some surveys. And the difference between quiz and a survey is that a quiz is a graded thing while a survey is an ungraded thing. And normally you do surveys at two stages of your online course. The first survey you should do, and whatever is the size of your audience, you first do a survey before you start developing a course, because course development is a lengthy process. It takes a lot of effort, and you must understand that whether or not there is a demand for the course, whether your audience is interested in your course at all or not, or sometimes only to understand which angle you should give to your course. So this is one type of survey. Now, when you are delivering a course, you should understand that no tool can enrich the experience of the student. Only you can as a teacher. So therefore, you want to get some insight to your course. Sometimes this is done by formative assessments. During the course, in particular in the beginning of the course, you put some survey to the students asking some questions, and the purpose is to get insight why they are learning, what they want to learn. And when you get this insight, then you can modify your course. Because remember one thing, that the main focus of your course should always be learning objectives of your students. Your students must go from level A to level B. If they are beginners, your course is for beginners. They must go from beginners to intermediate level. If your course is for advanced students, they must go from intermediate to advanced. Because we are teachers, our focus must always stay on the learning objectives. There is no harm, no shame in making money, but money will automatically come if your learning objectives are right, you have right contents, and you are targeting the right audience. Now, for surveys, the tool which I would recommend is SurveyMonkey or Google Forms. I use SurveyMonkey. I still use free version. It also gives you some analysis of the survey results. Fantastic tool. But Google Forms can also be used. I have a separate video on Google Forms as well. And for summative assessments, where you want to evaluate the performance of your students, you should also conduct some quizzes. So quizzes are also part of your contents, and not only just quizzes, but you can also put these quizzes on a learning management system in quiz banks. So you don't have to create the questions again and again. If you are a math teacher, you can put hundreds of questions in the quiz bank, and when you are creating quizzes, you have a lot of flexibility. And in most cases, your quizzes will automatically be graded by the learning management system. So these are some types of the contents which you should be creating. And know that point number 2 and 3, the skills required and the tools required will depend on the type of contents you want to create. For example, if you are creating videos, then you must understand how a video editor works. And there is also some equipment required if you want For example, I use this camera in which I am recording this video. I am using Canon 70D, a DSLR camera for recording this video. So if you can buy a camera, you should buy, but if not, you can use your smartphone. And even if you don't have a smartphone, you can record your lectures by using a screen capture software such as OBS. OBS is a fantastic software, or PowerPoint. So I have videos for both of these software, how to use OBS to record your screen, and also a video on how to use PowerPoint. So you can watch those videos, but you can create lectures even without a camera. So you need some video editing skills. I use HitFilm Express, which is a free software. It has a learning curve. It is very slow. It has some drawbacks, and they are also frequently updating this software. Every week or couple of weeks you will have to update again, which is a problematic thing. It wastes a lot of time because they are in the development stage. But the good thing is that it is free and it has all the required features. So you have to learn skills about editing, and also you need some skills about audio editing. Audacity is the software which I use, and I use Audacity to remove the noise from my videos and sometimes just to enhance the level of the sound. Now, the other skills you require are the use of some software which you might use in order to deliver the contents. Now, these are the software such as a learning management system. You must understand how a learning management system works. What are some of the features? Also, online digital whiteboards. You should at least understand the working of one digital whiteboard. I normally recommend Microsoft whiteboard, but ClassFlow has a whiteboard as well, which is very good. So you need some skills associated to these content delivery systems, a learning management system or a whiteboard or some video conferencing system. Some also deliver lectures in Skype or Zoom if you are tutoring online. But I don't recommend tutoring online because that is the most difficult way of teaching online for teachers, and I have discussed this in the video which I will put in at the end. Then in order to create PDF contents, you must know how a PDF generator works. For example, LaTeX. I am a big fan of LaTeX, which is an open source and free software. Otherwise, if you go for Adobe software, they are extremely expensive. So therefore, I don't recommend those expensive software. I would recommend an open source and free software, LaTeX, to create PDFs. So you need some skills about this. You also need some skills how Google Forms work or Google Documents work in general, because you will be using Google Drive to store your contents. You will be using Google Docs frequently. So you need some skills. So you should understand how these cloud platforms work. So I think these are some of the most important skills which you should understand. In some situations you might need animation skills, how to animate things, but I would not recommend that you put animations in your courses because animations take a lot of time. So I don't want you to waste time in doing animations. If you want to learn simple animations in PowerPoint and that's it. Don't go for any animation specific software because it will consume a lot of time and it is not worth it. So now these are some of the software and some of the software skills which you need in order to develop your course contents. And now the most common question which you guys ask, how I create this text background behind me. So what I do is when I create my lectures, I am standing in front of a green cloth. And when I take this video to HitFilm, I put the clip there, then I click on effects, and then I type in the search area green screen. And then I will see green screen somewhere on the sidebar. I click on that green screen and I drag it to my clip, and then I release my mouse. So what happens is that it applies the green screen filter to my clip and my background is removed. Now I only have my body inside the frame. So then what I do, I use my favorite tool, canva.com. I go there, I start a design, custom dimensions, 1920 width, 1080 height, and then I create an image, a background image and some text. Then I take this image to my HitFilm file. I insert a video track underneath my clip. I import the image, I put it on that track, and I stretch it underneath my whole clip. And now I have a text background. So this is how I create this. So next time if you ask this question, I will send you to this video. And now in the next video, we will talk about what are your hosting options. So I hope you like this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and see you next time.